Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's edition of the local real estate market report, coming to you today from our Berlin office. A little bit of change of pace here, a little bit of different scenery for you. Wanted to give you an update. We are in White Marlin week. The White Marlin is going on, so this is one of our busiest times here at the beach. The most people in town. It's kind of like the pinnacle of the vacation season. And this year, the White Marlin has been extended a couple days due to weather, so it continues on even longer. Well, with White Marlin week, with all the people in town, what does that really translate to our local real estate market? So we're going to start off here in Worcester County. For the last 7 days, we had 61 new listings while we had 50 go under contract. So a few more properties hitting the market, a few more properties to choose from. If we look county-wide, we've got 709 total actives as of today, and we're selling them at a pace of 171 over the course of the last 30 days. So that gives us 4.1 months supply. Worcester County, that has held steady even with a few more properties hitting the market. Wicomico County, 40 new listings, but we ramped up the selling this past week. We had 38 go under contract, so almost even there in Wicomico County, Maryland. 340 total actives and 87 under contract in the last 30 days. That gives us 3.9 months supply, down just a tad. Sussex County, Delaware, 176 new listings while we had 175 go under contract. Completely even. Sussex County, 2,157 actives as of today, and the pace, 571, 3.8 months supply in Sussex County. Why is there activity? Why are things getting a little bit busier? Why is it a little more even-steven as far as new listings versus what's going under contract? Well, a lot of it has to do with interest rates. Interest rates are at their year lows as of right now. There's lots of talk about interest rates. There's lots of talk about speculation into the future. What's Donald Trump going to do to the Fed? Is Chairman Powell going to be there until next spring? All this speculation. But you know what happens? People talk about the Fed, and the Fed and what they do with the federal funds rate is not directly tied to mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are tied to the 10-year Treasury. And the 10-year Treasury has come down a little bit. And what is happening is that it's come down, so some of the speculation as to what might happen with the Fed is already translating into mortgage rates. So the mortgage rates are kind of ahead of what happens. This is so true as to what happened last fall. When the Fed reduced the interest rates last fall, mortgage rates went up because the adjustments had already been penciled in. They've already been baked into mortgage rates. So currently today, we're sitting at 6.57, the year lows on average for the 30-year fixed. I can tell you what has happened in the past. Once we hit these year lows, sometimes they bounce up a little bit. So if you're looking to maximize the fact that we're at the lowest interest rates that we've seen in 2025, I would get on it today. I'd start looking sooner than later because we just don't know what's going to happen with rates in the future. So they're at their absolute lows for the year. We have more inventory. There is some negotiation ability, which all points to buyers having a good opportunity to make a purchase. So sorry for the little rant there on rates, but 6.57 is your average on the 30-year fixed as of today. Hopefully this information is helpful. If you'd like me to get into any other segments of the market, please let me know. I'd be happy to do so. So until next week, this is your Delmarva Real Estate Market Report for August 8th, 2025.